I am the biggest anime fan in the Tennessee Valley. And be proud of it.
Why? Why?
Hello everyone, and welcome back to BakaTaka, the world's greatest Wii podcast. Sitting on the left, it's Wholm. Sitting in the middle, it's
me, Eric.
And sitting on the right, it's me, Chase. You might have noticed George sounds a little funny today.
Dude, George ditched us.
George ditched us. He's not here. He's
He left us for work.
He's like, I have to work.
He doesn't want to come home on weekends.
He doesn't want to come home on weekends.
All Chase and I do is work.
And then we had to pick up the slack with BakaTaka, and it's like, damn.
I mean, to be fair, we've missed probably 2 or 3 episodes because of me working till like 7 or 8 up in Baltimore. So
I was like, wait, how many weeks behind are we? I don't remember.
Because like what, last week or a couple weeks ago we didn't do it because I was up in Baltimore and didn't get back till like 6:37.
Yeah.
And I was working Saturday. That's what it was.
So I think we were trying to do it on the off week or whatever because we missed a time because we already we had like a bunch of stuff ahead of time or whatever coming out. So I was like, okay, we don't need to do it this time.
Yeah. No, we were trying to get back on schedule.
Yeah.
And then our boss was like, "You're working Saturday," and I'm like,
sugoi.
Yeah. So I was like, if I finished early enough, we can do BakaTaka, but I keep getting shoved in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Work's work.
Work is work.
Work is work.
It's fun though.
Yeah.
It's fun.
But anyways, back to the more important stuff.
This is anime.
This is the
or weeb.
We've
diverged so much that it's whatever. We're weeb. We're just some dudes hanging out.
Because it's like sometimes we'll talk about like history in like 1917.
Yeah. Or just movies, DC, Marvel, or just whatever's going on with us.
Yeah, but it's easy to call it a weeb podcast.
Because I guess we do stick mostly with
Japanese anime,
Japanese cultured stuff. I guess. Well, yeah,
that's basically what we wanted it to be at first, and then we're like,
I mean, we stick mostly to it.
Yeah,
but there's a fine line of what is considered Japanese. Because like we could talk about Dark Souls because that's
it technically is Japanese,
but I mean it's very westernized at the same time.
Oh yeah, it's huge here.
But we got BakaTaka without George because he's left us. So it's just me and Chase this time.
Okay.
Should have brought Jeff, but
by the time I mentioned it to him, like you were already gone.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm getting I'm gonna go do BakaTaka.
Let's get this done.
Yeah.
Let's get this going.
Because we were gonna do it yesterday, but it's Saturday when we're recording.
Yes.
We normally do it on Fridays.
Yeah.
But we wanted to go eat with the family. And I was like, they're eating early. I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah.
But we got it today. So
we got it today. Let's see. So the new seasonal stuff I started. Have you watched any of it?
I have not started anything yet.
Okay. All right. So I started a bit of it. I'd say I've seen about half the stuff I want to watch. Just the first episode alone. There's some good stuff this season. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I like the way Mal's been showing them on the top because they've been organizing by like most popular to just crap you've never heard of.
Right.
So it's very easy to look through like the first 4 or 5 titles and be like, okay, these are the hits this season. I should probably check these out. And everything else is just kind of like, I guess wait for some really shady person to tell me about it.
Exactly. Dude, so there's so many like sequels that are airing like right now. Like there's Is the Order of Rabbit season 3. I didn't think they were going to make any more of that. But
wait, which one is that?
So that's the one where they have, it's the Moe Blobs, but they're in a coffee shop or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, and apparently I didn't know it was like ranked so super high as it is. Like it's like really well received, and I was like, I just thought it was a Moe Blob show. I was like, 6 out of 10. That's highest it's gonna get, But people really like it, and it's airing right now. The 3rd season. I haven't watched it yet, but there's that. Let's see. I was watching the new Love Live one. Didn't know it was Love Live.
Yeah, I remember we were on Discord talking about it, and it's like 10 minutes into it, and Chase is like, "This seems like Love Live." And then he just has this epiphany. He was like, wait, this is Love Live.
I like shake the mouse and the title comes up and it's like blah, 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 Love Live.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
So-
Shouldn't punch the table.
Danmachi, new
Yep.
season's airing. A new Haikyuu season.
New irregular magical high school.
Yeah. Higurashi remake.
So I've actually heard that the remake is a sequel.
Okay.
It's not just a remake. It's an
Okay.
actual sequel.
Oh, is it like? So I know they're redoing some of it too. So is it like remaster sequel?
It's
It's like the Brotherhood.
From what I'm getting, it's more of like the rebuilds,
Okay.
the rebuild movies and stuff like that, because it's the same thing, but it's also different.
Okay.
Because yeah, the first episode is almost like the same exact as the first episode of the original series,
Mm-hmm.
but I think there's like they play like different events
Okay.
like in it and stuff. So
Okay. So is it like a more whole adaptation or
see,
just?
I don't know what to think about it, because so what it is you remember when the new Kino's Journey came out?
Mhm.
So you remember how the old Kino's Journey, it was like, yeah, the art style's like really dated looking, but it has this creepy tone to it.
Yeah.
And so
it has that early 2000s very that 2000s look.
So, yeah, that 2000s look that you're never gonna get anymore.
Yeah.
And stuff. I was watching it, and that's what I was getting. I was like, this is kind of like the new Kino's Journey, which doesn't hit as well because the character designs look so like nice looking,
Yeah.
and they don't have that creepy tone to them.
I got you.
Where it's super unsettling watching the original.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still, you know, super gory. It starts off with the same scene where the main character's literally just like smacking all their heads in with a baseball bat.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Classic.
and, yeah, bashing them all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know what to think about it. I'll watch some more.
Because I mean, I guess it's the good time to watch because it's Spooktober.
Yeah,
But,
right.
I mean, I watched a bit of the original, but there's so many seasons of it, and
Yeah. So
It's-
there's 24 episodes. Then there's another 24 episodes, and
Yeah.
then there's like another 24 episodes sequel series.
yeah.
But
They
the
have a few
first-
OVA series too.
Yeah, but apparently you never get everything never gets wrapped up.
Yeah.
In any of them, like you
Yeah.
people still don't know what's going on, as far as I know.
Yeah.
They
There's,
no one knows what's going on with it.
I mean, the visual novels are on Steam now.
Yeah,
I believe. So you can, if you want the full story and do everything, they're on Steam to play the visual novel.
They're on Steam right now. Go
Yeah.
play them.
Yeah. I saw them one day. They're adapting, or not adapting, but they're bringing over a lot of visual novels now. I don't know who's playing them, but
Yeah, I
they're
know.
there.
There's speaking of visual novels, so there was another anime I was watching, right?
Yeah, hit me.
It's called The Day I Became a God.
Okay.
PA Works.
Oh, I was looking at that.
It's
too.
a key original. It's basically
Okay.
a Charlotte and Angel Beats.
Okay.
I was like watching it. I was like, this is funny, and it feels very familiar. Why does this feel very familiar? Oh, it's a key original.
Yeah.
Jun Maeda is not directing it. He's just doing the music,
Okay.
which is like where his strongest point
Yeah.
is and stuff. So, and I like, it's really good. I'm so excited. I'm so amped up for this one. It's like, so there's basically this like little nun girl, and she's going around, and she meets like the main character, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's basically trying to tell him like, oh yeah, I'm a god and stuff like that. I know like what's gonna happen and stuff like that, and also the world's gonna end in 30 days.
Okay.
So
I feel like I've heard this plot before.
yeah. But that's basically where the first episode goes, and like, you know, she says it, and
Yeah.
like the characters brush it off, but like it does that movie thing where like, you know, it zooms in on her, the music goes quiet, and she's like, oh, the world's gonna end in 30 days, and then they act like all normal and stuff afterwards.
Okay.
So
Standard PA works.
yeah.
I guess not standard PA works. They started going off the deep end after A Lull in the Sea, Nagi no Asakura. After they started going crazy with the supernatural stuff after that.
Yeah, I was gonna say when they started taking a nosedive was when they made that mecha Netflix.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
The last thing I really enjoyed from them was Hanasaku Roha.
I really enjoyed Shirobako and Sakura Quest.
Oh yeah, I mean
Because-
those are your favorites.
Yeah, I really like
That, but that was my last. I kind of like Tari Tari too, but I think that's when I was just in a consume everything phase.
Tari Tari was pretty good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was just kind of all right.
Yeah, it's just like there was a lot of plot being thrown in that didn't progress a lot, but there was just plot somewhere in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. But it looked really nice and it felt good to watch.
It's that
So-
standard PA work design then.
Yeah.
Because they had that thing where like everybody's hair looked wet.
Yeah,
and,
it's like, stop sweating.
And everybody had like everybody always looked like they were tired and pastel looking.
Yeah, they had those like eyes that stare up into the distance.
Yeah.
Just like look through everything.
That PA works.
But yeah, what they're doing now. The Day I Became a God.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. I highly recommend it.
Okay. What else is?
Let's see. Another one I watched was the Wandering Witch.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
That one's probably my favorite so far. I've only watched the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
It just has a really nice feel to it and everything. I don't really know what stands out about it because it's nothing really stands out in my opinion. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like when I watch it, I just think yes, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's I'm just looking to see what else is airing this season.
And then later in December, we're gonna have Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah.
Super amped up for that.
Yeah, I'm actually because it's the final season, right?
Yeah, it's Attack on Titan final season.
Yeah.
I'm ready, man.
Is the manga ending too?
Yeah, apparently, I believe they're trying to wrap them both up at the same time. If I'm not
So
mistaken.
they're trying to do this big like final release together.
Yeah,
dude, that's how you make the big bucks.
I know. Oh, it's like, man, thinking back to like 7 years ago when Attack on Titan started, I just remember the first day. So I first watched it when episode 2 just came out because I watched both episode 1 and 2 at the same time. And then I spent the rest of the day just watching the opening over and over again.
Yeah. Dude, it's a good opening.
It is a good opening. They actually get better later on, too. Yeah. Dude,
there's a bunch of crap this season.
Yeah.
Let's just go through some of it. Starting from the top, Danmachi season 3, Jujutsu Kaisen. Did you watch that?
Mm-mm.
It looks edgy.
Yeah.
Looks like it'd be popular. Bunch of stuff we already mentioned. Tonikaku Kawaii.
That one?
Yeah.
So that one, I don't know much about it, but I know that the opening, you know me?
Yeah.
She does like music on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
So she sings the opening for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's got a high rating, so it must be good. The new manhwa adaptation or webtoon adaptation, Noblesse, is tanking.
Oh, really? Because
6-7.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I heard that was really popular.
Yeah, it's a super popular webtoon, but it's a... did you ever watch Vampire Night?
Yes.
This is what Noblesse is like that. It's very Bishonen. A lot of vampires.
Oh, yeah.
So... I'm the new PA works. Kimi to Boku. What? This looks like something up my alley.
What is it?
Silver Links. A great war has raged for years between the scientifically advanced. Oh
no!
The Grand Summoners, go away! I didn't mean to click that. Until the youngest knight ever receives the title of the Empire's strongest meets the princess of the rival. This is up my alley. Though they are sworn enemies, the knight is taken by her beauty and dignity, and the princess is moved by a strength and way of life. Will the fighting between them ever be allowed to end?
What's the score?
7.09. Just good enough, but pretty bad. Sounds like it's up my alley.
Yeah, man.
100 Man, something blah blah blah, looks bad.
Yeah.
Akudama Drive. Know anything about that?
I don't think so.
It's got a 7.7.
7.7. That's pretty good.
Yukoku no Moriarty. Oh, is that what's the English title?
Dude, just talk about Ikebukuro Westgate Park.
I looked at that. I was like, the art looks cool, and then I started reading it. I was like, this is stupid. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Ikebukuro Westgate Park. Golden Kamui season 3.
Oh, stop! Golden Kamui.
Yeah.
Quit tearing people's skin out.
I remember I talked about, because I binged season 1 and season 2 and talked about it on one of the BakaTaka episodes.
Right.
I liked season 1. Season 2 really set up for a season 3, but I got bored during season 2. So I don't even know if I'll watch season 3.
Right. Assault Lily.
Yeah,
okay.
we were on
Shaft.
We were on Discord one day last week.
Yeah.
And Chase was watching it, and he did not have a kind word to say about it.
Dude, like, it's honestly probably the worst thing Shaft has done. But
Shaft has done a lot of bad stuff.
I know, but this is like it's. Let me rephrase that. It's probably one of the most generic things Shaft has done. The most generic anime cliche things that Shaft has done. I will say, the animation does get better throughout the first episode because it actually like is there more. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all.
I don't blame you. It looks generic.
Yeah. But see, like, oh man, I really hate. I used to be all for it, but I really am not a big fan of the all female cast kind of shows anymore. They're just not. They're not good, like, writing wise, because you're literally taking out 50% of the population.
Well, so when you have an all female cast, I mean, to me, it feels like you can't progress some plot points vertically. You're going horizontally.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's because you can only do it from a female perspective. Yeah, because it's like all the characters are female, so it's like you can't.
So you can throw cliches in there, but I feel like you're still going horizontally because you know all these same female cliches.
Yeah, and then there's just supposed to be a bunch of lesbian undertones like throughout the entire thing all the time.
That's whatever.
Because
it happens at this point. Let's get some other crap because we're down in the ditches now. Sport climbing. You know, probably standard. Let's make this really. There's like armpits and sport bras. Classic. That I mean, it's new. Because last time was we had thighs and sweat with badminton.
Oh yeah, and there's how heavy are the dumbbells?
Yep.
Yeah.
We got Kuma Bear. We got Love Live. Here we go, Chad. We got King's Raid.
Oh, King's Raid. Yep. I made it halfway through that first episode.
Yeah. And through that halfway, I had to explain to Chase that was a phone game.
Didn't make it better.
Yeah, nope.
Didn't make it better.
There's a Dragon Quest anime.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there actually is a few already.
Yeah, by man, there's a new one airing.
Yeah.
Here's the Usagi Cafe.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a short series this time because they don't have the episode length on there anymore.
Yeah.
Or they've never had it.
I don't like this art style anymore where they look like they're like 8 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all female cast, by the way.
Yeah, true.
So,
Senyoku no Sigurdrif. Is that German?
There's usually one every season.
Yeah. It looks generic. Cast looks super generic.
They're also usually bad.
I believe it. Hypnosis Mike Division rap battle. What?
Epic rubber.
It looks generic and Bishonen-y. They're literally all holding. I guess it's an actual like rap battle.
Huh.
I'm not gonna look at the synopsis. It's got a 6.2.
Ooh.
Taiso Samurai. That looks colorful. Piss yellow. Here's a show for George. Rail Romanesque.
Is that the short series? Oh wait, I watched that one. I did watch that one.
It's got a score of 5.14 right
Yeah, it's bad. It's just
I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe it.
The first episode is just them telling you who all the characters' names are, and then it ends.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
nice. This looks like a Mio clone and a bunch of silver-haired girls, and it looks like a lolly German.
Yeah. Would it surprise you if I told you that Gohan's is making another original anime?
Dude, shut up.
Coming out next season. I can't remember what the title is, but it looks like they're using the same animation as K. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
K's animation was cool for a while, and then it got jarring.
Well, then you realize, like, you stare at it more and you're like, why are they just putting the characters on top of, like, you know, real life backgrounds?
Yeah.
they just, like, color correct them.
Well, it's just like they had they did the skateboarding scene.
Yeah.
Which was really cool.
Yeah, that looked really good.
But then it got really jarring to me because they had one scene where the female blue officer like pulled out her sword and was like getting ready to fight, and she was like walking towards the camera, and they did some creative stuff. I was like, this is really bothering.
Yeah, because Gohan's their motto is what is it, like new age animation or something like that? Mm-hmm. And what they mean by that is like, hey, we're gonna do a bunch of use like Google Maps like picture backgrounds, color correct them to like no end, and then have the characters like float on top of them. that's basically what they do. Yeah. They'll run super fast. They'll speed up the like movement of the background and everything, and it looks like they're just like sliding across the ground, even though they're actually like taking like 10 steps across it.
Like it was cool. Like I said, it was cool first, and then the story was okay to K.
Oh yeah. The story was okay to K, and then they did Capellion. Yeah. Capellion, I think, was better probably in the manga because
I think I remember talking to you about it like when it first came out.
Yeah.
I thought I was super hyped for it like the first couple episodes.
Yeah, and
And then I
was,
think I dropped it.
It wasn't the best. And then they started doing what is it, that Seto Kaijo one, the student council one. You remember
That's
that?
Gohan's?
That is Gohan's.
Okay, because that's like
Yeah,
I enjoyed watching that for the longest time.
Right.
And then they started doing it OVA releases. They were like once every like 2 months.
They're like, we can't put this on TV anymore.
Yeah,
so.
like it got super crude. And I remember I was watching a fan translation group. It was UTW, Unlimited Translation Works.
It's totally original.
Yeah.
Totally original.
They were a cool group, but I think they were translating at the time. But it's like it was released every like 2 months. It was just so painful to follow.
Oh man,
I didn't know when it was going to end, so I just stopped watching it.
Right. And then after that, I think the thing after that was Handshakers.
The ziggurats and
yeah. Go into the ziggurat using your Nimrod while handshaking. Oh man,
Dude, don't ever mention that stupid show.
Okay, then I'll mention Wise. The Handshaker sequel.
Okay. Fine, whatever.
Wise. So I don't remember actually talking about this one too much, but it's actually a better sequel to Handshakers. It doesn't fix a lot of the things.
I think we had a breakdown of it at one
Did
point.
we?
Because I think we were talking about favorite shows or something like that, or surprises. It was one of the like year-end roundups or something. And I think you had a breakdown of
maybe why
you actually enjoyed Gohan or
Wise.
Yeah, Wise.
Handshakers season 2.
Yeah. I think we had a breakdown of it at some point.
So like what it is well, all the characters in the first one are really bad. They're just like they're not good at all.
I believe it.
In the second one, they're not much better,
mm-hmm.
but they seem like all the characters from the first one are older, and they kind of like they act more mature than they did with their older as their older selves or whatever.
Yeah, same.
And then also, I know, right? Also the new characters just kind of feel like they fit the show better.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. It's something about it I just really enjoy watching. I don't know what it is. It doesn't have as much jarring.
I guess I feel because there are just things you have an affinity to. Yeah. Like that crappy show I was looking at this season about the politic drama and all that.
Yeah.
Because it's like I love Grand Crest War it's on Netflix, but bad show. Right. I love the politics to it. I love it. It's absolutely great. And like the Chinese one that's supposed to be airing right now about the Qin dynasty.
Oh, the one you were just talking about?
Kingdom.
Kingdom. Yeah, Kingdom.
Politics and war and all that. Perfect.
Kingdom's really good. I really
Kingdom
like
is
it.
really good.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm excited to get back into it. I don't know when I'm gonna actually get back into it
because I love the warring state periods and the Chinese history like that.
Right.
It's all really cool.
Yeah.
Seeing animated. But like I say, there's just some things you have an affinity to. Like some people love mecha, some people love moe blobs, and they just gravitate towards them.
See, when I first started, I liked everything.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, they're like moe blobs all day.
Yeah,
and stuff. Now I can't really stand them.
That's why like it skyrocketed to like 1,000.
Just watching,
yeah, and then now it's just like I'm picking and choosing everything.
Yeah, so like, oh, dude. So you remember when I was buying those Right Stuff like videos and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, Boys Bee. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So I was like,
it's
okay,
right over there.
Yeah. I watched it like 2 weeks ago. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, it's good.
It was like because it was like so for starters, the animation is probably like butt cheeks or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's really bad.
Well, it was there during that 2000 period.
Yeah, but it was even bad for them.
Yeah.
But it was like the show was like I don't know what it is because it wasn't. So you remember?
So for me, it's like School Rumble. It's got a very large cast with very intertwining relationships.
Yeah. What I was like, man, this had influence on one show in particular that I really enjoyed, which was You and Me. You remember that one? We were all the It was basically like that basically copied off of this one and so that, but made it more like modern kind of setting. Yeah. It's kind of seemed more like the Joshi like a little bit.
Yeah.
But man, it's like those are really good shows because they're all like. What is it about them? It's hard to say.
So a lot of the shows. So I'm looking at this as they're put into a romance genre kind of thing.
Right.
So a lot of shows you just see cliched halted progression. And these you see a very large cast progressing each other and intertwining, right?
Yeah.
So like You and Me, you have like the twins and then the two other friends.
Yeah.
They meet the girl and then they start meeting other friends. They start hanging out.
Because it's about them growing, but it's also
Yeah.
about the people that they help along the way.
Yeah, so they're all coming together, and it's like a Tadakun, the lazy Tadakun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the same concept. It's like two friends, and then they have a cast building around them, and the relationship's growing.
That one is a little bit more comedy, but it's definitely
the same concept with like you start with a small cast and they grow together.
Yeah,
and just keep adding to it.
And then and it's just like there's people who like it's usually an episodic kind of show where it's like here's the next person they help this time. And
so that's why they're great because you can actually see the progression. Same thing with like School Rumble. You see people falling, getting together. Oh my
goodness, the ending was like really good too.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, man, is it just gonna end with him like going to what is it, America or whatever?
Yeah.
He's just like living on the farm for like a week or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then he just goes back and lives his life.
Yeah.
And then they added a little scene at the end or whatever.
And a lot of other shows are also just hyper focused on like one couple.
Exactly.
And everybody else is just kind of background. But like some of these shows like Boys B, School Rumble, it's very large cast that is they're focusing on a lot of people. And
it was one of those shows where it's like, the annoying guy who thinks he's popular.
Yeah.
It was one of those where it's like that person is actually like one of your favorites by the end.
Yeah.
And so that guy and what else? The baseball guy. Those two were like they carried.
Yeah.
So hard.
It's like when a large cast like that and they know how to flesh everybody out, then it's fun. I mean, same thing with like even other shows like Angel Beats, very large cast. They're all very fun.
Yeah,
it's not in the same sense that it's like focused solely on like romance and that.
Yeah,
but it's just a large cast just goofing around.
Exactly, and oh my goodness, Angel Beats, dude, Angel Beats. So like the thing about that one also is it carries like once you like jump in, it's like here's what you're getting.
Yeah,
they're all dead.
Yeah,
and it tells you like right off the bat, and it's just like, oh
yeah.
I don't know how to feel about this. They're already dead, so what do I care?
Yeah. That's actually one thing too about the show. It's like they're all dead, so like, what are the repercussions of them doing anything?
Exactly, because it's like
what shenanigans is going to happen?
Because it's like they can die, but they don't die. They just like they die and then they come back like 2 hours.
Yeah. So it's like what are the repercussions of the show?
Exactly.
But they do, I guess, a decent job of explaining what's going on and all that crap.
Right.
So yeah, it's a fun cast.
Yeah, and the Angel Beats goes back to the day I became a god.
Yeah. Full circle. Easy.
Yeah.
What were we even talking about?
We were talking about we were going through the list, and then I mentioned the new Go Hands anime.
Okay.
And then we went off Go Hands, and then we went to like Capellion and all that stuff, and Handshakers. And they were talking about Handshakers, and then I mentioned.
I think it's just like character. Character growth because they're very bland, and then you said Boys B. Okay.
Oh, dude. So my dad, I started buying him some of the later seasons of Hunter x Hunter, so he can watch the dub or whatever.
Yeah.
We're in the Ant Chimera arc or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's kind of rough.
Yeah.
There's so like, oh my goodness. There's
the Ant Chimera arc is brutal.
Because it's like, oh man, the guys are like, all the Ant Chimeras are like tough as nails and everything. But also like the fact that it's like, okay, if you lose, you don't just die, you like get eaten. And then you become the enemy. Yeah. It's like, oh no!
The Ant Chimera arc is brutal for a shonen.
Yeah.
Well, is Hunter x Hunter shonen, or is it seinen?
It is a shonen, but it's rated R, is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know if it was published in like Shonen Jump or like a seinen weekly or something.
It's like, man, it's violent. It's so violent, and
it's weird too because they're kids.
Yeah. Gon and Killua are kids, and it's like in the Ant Chimera arc, like the first people to get eaten are kids also. Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah, neat,
very neat.
Yeah, it's man, that show.
It's good to know you're still enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it more now than I did the first time watching it. But yeah, my dad really likes it.
Nice.
And what else? Yeah, I think that's pretty much all anime wise. I did rewatch Planetarian.
Planetarium's good.
Yeah,
the visual novel is also on Steam.
Hey, check it out.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it definitely is. So Planetarian was the scene with the future part where the main character's old and he's basically the storyteller of the stars. Was that in the OVAs? Because they remade a movie of it, and I'm like, these scenes feel familiar, but I don't remember them.
I don't remember much of the because I watched like when they released.
Yeah, because same. So did I. But it was like I watched the set comes with the movie and the OVAs, and so I was like, all right, I'll watch the movie because I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah.
And there's scenes where the main character's old.
Yeah.
And I was like, as film like these, I feel like I remember these, but I don't recall any of this.
I don't remember him being old in the OVAs because I remember it starts with him being chased to the planetarium.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then he's stuck in the planetarium, and then they leave the planetarium, and he walks through the gate.
Okay. Yeah. So what the movie adds in basically what he does in the future when he's old and stuff, and basically like how like everyone is still isolated, like Death Stranded, like and everything. Yeah. And it's like it's really good.
I really like Planetarium.
Yeah.
I think Planetarium was also translated by UTW at the time when I watched it, so that was back in the day.
I just watched the Funimation version.
I think I watched the fan translation of it. I think that's how long ago was when I watched it.
Right, which like I think that was like 2015 or something like 2016.
Yeah.
Planetarium also has that main track, which is literally just a hymn. What is it? What a friend we have in Jesus, or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. I remember hearing that. I was like, wait, I know this. Yeah.
I'm like, they didn't just do that, did they? Yeah. Am I the only one who knows this? Yeah. That's what it felt like. Am I the only one? It was like the scene with Taki and Mitsuha come in and wettering with you, and it's like, am I the only one who's noticing this?
Yeah. Yep. I think because. In Planetarium, there's also a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot of, but there was religious overtones in it too.
Oh yeah, it's even more in the movie. Yeah. The movie goes into a full deep dive into it.
So that's probably why they slapped a hymn in there.
Slapped it.
just slap it in there.
Which, to be fair, it they're not using anything correctly. Yeah. So it's like, they're just kind of being like, oh, Hollywood version of a hymn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this isn't a theological debate podcast, so it's just
not trying to say
we need Jeff. We need Jeff here for that.
Well, like they're talking about like robot heaven and everything, and it's like, well, if you're going by the Bible standards, no, that's not right.
Right. Like I said, we'd need Jeff here to drop a class and a panel on it.
Biblical debate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Planetarium School, I liked it.
Yeah, it was really good. Speaking of Jeff.
Go away, Jeff.
Go away, Jeff. Stop talking.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else? I've been playing more Overwatch.
I've seen you guys playing Overwatch.
Yeah, with the boys.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah, So Big Cat, my best friend Big Cat, I might have mentioned him a few times before. He has an RL buddy that he met that picked up Monster Hunter. So he was like, oh, I'm going to play Monster Hunter with him. You want to play because I know you like Monster Hunter. And I was like, I'm in. So we got Monster Hunter, and then I've just been deep diving into it. I love that game so much. Just getting the boys together and hunting some big creatures.
I think I've expressed my feelings towards it, where it's I liked it more when it was on PSP and stuff, and like everyone leveled up together. No one was really like when everyone was the same level, and no one was like carrying the group.
Yeah. So, which I'm hoping Rise on the Switch is, but it's the same engine as World,
right?
So it might play a lot like World,
right?
But I'm still hoping just the mobile aspect of just undocking the Switch and handhelding and hunting some mons with the guys. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Oh man, I think I mentioned last time that I beat the first Metal Gear Solid. Did I mention that? I
don't know if you mentioned that you beat it, but I think you mentioned you were playing it.
Maybe that.
I know you mentioned it to me because we were talking about it at work one day, so I don't remember.
That's right. Yeah, I only mentioned that I was playing it, but yeah, I beat it. I totally beat it. My experience with that was a little. I think I could have prepared better for it because I was playing.
I remember because at work you were telling me about your issues with Liquid.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm playing on a I guess that's an HD TV, right? It's not a tube TV.
Yeah, it's an HDTV.
Yeah, an HDTV. I was playing it through my computer also.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lag on it, and also the game cheats. Because, the pixels, sometimes the pixels line up right, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
And it doesn't let you know until you're halfway through the combo. And if you're halfway through the combo, then he's already punching you in the face and like taking out half your health.
Imagine being a speedrunner and you're trying to line up stuff pixel perfect.
Oh, man.
And you got this issue.
It's frustrating because it's like, it is possible to beat him without taking a hit at all.
Yeah.
But it's like, man, the cheese you have to go through just to beat him. But it's like, man, 2 hours later, finally did it. I don't know. Like, to be fair, I beat him on the third try.
Yeah.
He was literally falling off the cliff. And I think we both like punched each other at the same time or something like that. And he was falling backwards off the cliff. And the cutscene's just about to click. And it's like, dun, 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 dun. I was like, well, if I beat him on the third try, of course I can beat him again. Easy. 2 hours later, still like, dun, 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 dun.
Because I remember that was the day we all went to Kyle's to play games. And we texted the group like, hey, we're going to go play games. And you gave a thumbs up. And we didn't hear from Chase like the rest of the day. I get to work Monday. And he was like, oh, yeah, I was fighting Liquid and struggling.
Dun, 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 dun. It was just playing in my sleep. It's just like, stop. No!
Just having nightmares about having a punch out with Liquid.
Oh, man. Because it's like, it feels like, so the stage feels so big because you can't see the background, but you know how big the room is, because it's like, okay, there was obviously a mech here before and everything. And so it feels giant, but it's like the more honed in you get, it's like this tiny little platform that you're just like zooming in on. And it's like, please, camera, just stop working.
Yeah.
And it's like, please just let these pixels line up perfectly so that I can just get, like, if I hit him once, he's going to hit me back. I have to do the full 3 combo to push him back far enough so he doesn't hit me. Because if I hit him once, he like does a triple hit back at me, and it takes half my health away. And I'm like, I can only mess up 3 times. Yeah. Because it goes into that stage or whatever. Yeah. So I can't just afford to get one hit. And you can't, if you don't line up the pixels right, and you can only get 1 hit in. So which means he automatically comes back at you. Which means if you miss, basically you get hit. It's not like you miss and then like you just run away.
Chase is this is how tilted he was at work when he was telling me about it.
I don't understand. Like it shouldn't be like that. Because also sometimes you line up the pixels right and you get into the combo and then you'll do the exact same thing the second time and it's like, nope, you only got 1 in and then he's just hitting you back again. And I'm like, it worked the last time. Why is it working now? Come on, Kojima, get with the program.
This has been my everyday with Monster Hunter. I did this the first time. Why aren't you reacting the same? Or why are you doing this now?
What? Do you have like do you remember your past life?
Yeah. I remember I was hunting Uragon and first time I beat the snot out of him. Second time beat him up. Third time he just starts changing his pattern all of a sudden. I was like, why are you doing this? He starts hip checking me more. He put me to sleep all of a sudden. I'm just like, why are you doing this now?
Stop.
Just stop.
Is the Congalala in that one?
Congalala? No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
I just remember fighting him a lot. The Kyrian.
I hate fighting Kyrian.
He's really annoying because he's fast.
He's just a tiny horse.
Yeah, he's just like.
I remember on PS4 when Monster Hunter World first came out, and we were getting into Master Rank and fighting Kyrian, and we were farming Kyrian, and then we realized, we need Kyrian horns, and the only way to reliably get them is to break his horn.
Yeah, to hit him in the horn.
His horn's a tiny thing on his head. He's a very skinny monster, and we weren't using weapons that broke his horn easy because we couldn't hit it fast enough.
Yeah, you gotta use that great sword and do that up slash.
I was playing with my buddy John, and at the time I think he was doing switch axe, which could hit the horn, but at the same time he swung around the horn a lot. And I play gun lance. And the only thing I have is like my overhead smash or my guard poke, which you don't use. It was the most frustrating thing ever.
You can't aim the gun on the gun lance, right?
It's just wherever you're pointing.
Yeah, wherever you're pointing. That's right. Because that's what I thought.
Yeah. But
I remember they did some like reworks on some of them, like a little bit.
They reworked the bow, heavy bow gun, and a light bow gun. to be more like super modern.
Third person shooter.
Yeah, so it's like it plays like Gears of War now. It's just like over the shoulder.
Gotcha.
Well, they still had the over the shoulder thing, but they super modernized it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like so I think I mentioned this before, but I was playing the Phantasy Star Online 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, man, if I got to actually play this like 8 years ago when the game actually came out, this would have been the bomb.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it would have been the best thing ever. I would have been like, this is it. We have reached the pinnacle of gaming.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah, I unfortunately have to play it now. Which, you know, it is still a good game. Yeah. But it's like, nah, I'm not getting into an MMO.
If I'm going to play like an MMO hub world where I'm hunting stuff, I'm just going to play Monster Hunter.
Exactly, yeah.
Because I'm so used to Monster Hunter. I love Monster Hunter. So.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, man. I remember when Monster Hunter wasn't really a big thing other than like the obscure like PSP crowd. Yeah. And it was just like...
Well, it's just like even before that, it was like on PS2, you had to have that big bulky modem. Yeah. You had to plug it in and you had to like hope you could connect to somebody through like your dial-up internet.
Oh, I remember when Freedom Unite came out.
Yeah.
And it was pretty big in the PSP. Like, it was like one of the biggest PSP games to like come out. Yeah. And I went to a GameStop in Tennessee, I think, or whatever. And I was like, hey, do you guys have Freedom Unite? And he's just like, you got the last one, buddy. And I was like, yes. That's how I spent the rest of that vacation.
Nice. I remember it was at Otakon 2013? 2013, 2014?
2013. Okay.
The one on DS just released.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, we were playing our DSs at the table, and that guy came up and he was like, what you all playing?
Monster Hunter.
We're playing Monster Hunter. And he was like, oh, you guys want to do some hunts? Like, all these other people are bad here. And we're like, we just started. I don't think you want to hunt with us.
Yeah. We're still doing the first level boss, dude.
Yeah.
My bad.
And it's like, you had to have the Circle Pad Pro and all that. And it was a nightmare to play. And you had to like have this claw grip to do anything decent.
Oh yeah, because I totally forgot
like,
about
on
that.
The DS was just like it was really crappy to play. So you had to like have this claw grip with the circle pad.
It was like you're pinching a pencil and you're using your other fingers to like those weird handheld times where it's like you're holding the controller like sideways to like get the square and triangle button on the PSP. And
it is a nightmare to play on handheld.
Yeah. Oh man, that's reminding me of like all those DS games, like the Star Fox game that came out on DS. Did you ever play that one?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, where you're like aiming, but you're also like shooting like with your shoulders and everything.
Yep. I remember all that.
Nice. The good times.
The struggles of playing anything on DS outside of like JRPGs, where you're just like mashing A.
Exactly.
You're like all these claw grips and all this, playing platformers. You're just like, I'm just trying to beat this.
That's how I play fighting games still. Like the claw grip. Gotta get those over.
I mean, some people do that because they do like a weird claw grip to treat it like a
like a pad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a stick.
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, that seems like all we got time for this episode. Yeah. Thanks for listening to this episode of BakaTaka. As always, sitting on the left, it's
the dude that's not here, George.
Sitting in the middle, it's
me, Eric.
And I'm on the right, and I'm Chase. Don't forget to flex on them haters. Punch that subscribe button.
You know, hit the likes and ring
give
the
a
bell,
thumbs up.
Comment, do whatever.
Yeah, do whatever you feel, man. We don't really care, but you know we feel like we should say it anyway.
Yeah, just to fit in.
Yeah, just so we don't stand out. You know, we wouldn't want to stand out, would we?
Right. But yeah, it's been BakaTaka. Let's see ya.
Bye. Say bye, George.
Later.
Say bye, George.
Peace.
George!
You dumb